Hello students, it's time for your English class and we were doing Unit 6 Shadow and Light. The explanation is over, so now we will start with exercises. First, we did the poem My Shadow by Robert Louis Stevenson. The meanings and the activities given in textbook were already done, but I have added some extra exercises which we'll be doing now. So first, let's revise the meanings. India rubber or natural rubber. Dew, drops of water that form on the ground and other surfaces outside during the night. Buttercup, a small, bright yellow wildflower. Errant, it means complete. And at the last, sleepyhead, a person, especially a child, who is tired and looks as if they want to sleep. Next exercise, read the lines from the poem and answer the following. The lines are, he is very, very like me from the heels up to the head. Question, who does he refer to? He is very like me. So he refers to shadow. Second question, who does me refer to? Me refers to the speaker in the poem or the poet. And last question, why are he and me alike? Grammatically it sounds weird, but we are talking about the persons given in the poem. So he and me are alike because he is the shadow of me. Easy? Let's move ahead with next part. Well, the next part was about the time taken by the light from the sun to reach the earth. But it was more of a mathematical question. So you just know the answer that it takes about 500 seconds for the light from sun to reach the earth, or we can say 8.33 minutes. So next we will start with shadowgraphy. First, meanings. Shadowgraphy, the art or practice of producing shadow pictures on a screen. In your textbook, it is given like creating shadows with hands, but shadowgraphy, it's not just about creating shadows with hands. It has advanced quite a bit. So, various objects are also used for it. Second, puppet, a doll that is moved by putting your hand inside it or by pulling strings or wires that are attached to it. Third, evidence. It means proof. And fourth is Broca's area, a region of the brain that contains neurons involved in speech function. Next exercise is fill in the blanks. Students, this is a bit different. Here I have given the whole passage, not the whole passage, but a passage is given with blanks instead of the regular numbered blanks. But it will be easier for you. So let's just do this. The art of shadowgraphy has been around a long time. European travelers learned it when visiting blank, China. Or I can even ask like blank travelers learned it when visiting China. European travelers. But at that time, people used puppets. So earlier, people used puppets. And then later, some people started doing shows with hand shadows. Felician Trivet liked to make his hands look like the shadows of famous people. There is a scientific evidence that doing hand shadows activates a part of the brain called blank, Broca's area. This part of the brain helps with blank language. Or I can even ask like Broca's area helps with language. After studying shadowgraphy, we started with the story A Moth with a Dream, which is adapted from The Moth and the Star by James Thurber. We did the meanings, but let's do it again and then the question answers. Meanings. First word, adapt. To change something so that you can use it in a different situation. This is the meaning which is used here. Otherwise, scientifically or biologically, to adapt means to change or to adjust in an environment. Second word, worn out. It's an idiom actually. It means extremely tired or exhausted. Next exercise is answer the following questions. First one, with whom did the young moth fell in love? Answer, the young moth fell in love with a beautiful star. Second, what did the moth's mother say when he told about his dream? Answer, when the moth told his mother about his dream, she told him he should dream of something closer and easier like a nice lamp. We do not have to quote her exact words, but this is what she meant. Question 3. Why did the moth leave his father's house? His father had scolded him and he asked him why he hasn't got a single burn yet. But then the moth didn't want to do as his father told, so he left the house. So the answer will be the moth didn't want to fly around street lamps or house lamps as his father told. So he left his father's house. Fourth question. Where did the moth think the star was? The moth thought the star was caught in the top branches of a tall tree. And was the star actually? The star was 40 trillion kilometers away. Fifth question. Why was the moth happy in the end? The moth was happy because he lived to be a very old moth and he believed in his dream. When his mind began to play tricks, he started believing that he really had reached the star. He believed that he had achieved his dream. His adventure was fulfilled. So, with this, the chapter gets over and your course for first semester is also over. Students, it's time that you start revising the chapters. There's nothing more to be done. Write these exercises in your English notebook. That's it. Enjoy your day.